knowledgeable, who is a great advocate and organizer for our community. That's Supervisor Campos and his great office. And a very tough act to follow. And a great friend.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. This is a great turnout, a lovely way to open up our new headquarters here, right here on Market in Valencia. I would say right in the center of San Francisco, and we want to make sure that you have the ability to turn back City Hall. That's what this campaign is about. I got into thinking about running for mayor when I saw how City Hall had changed back in January. We saw the insiders at City Hall, a big monumental shift in the politics that happened there. To me, we saw a shift that was about the politics, that was about putting the public good first and public service towards personal ambition and corporate interests. That's what I saw firsthand what would happen when we made a changeover with our committee structures that made it difficult to get a healthcare security ordinance amendment that would support workers out of committee. We can't do it because the politics have shifted. The politics have made it difficult for us to really truly represent our collective interests in San Francisco, and we need to win them back. And the people who work at City Hall, who I believe work for the people at City Hall, people like Supervisor Campos, myself, Supervisor Ross McGarimi, Supervisor Eric Marr, when we saw the shift that had happened, we felt like it was a breakup. We felt our hearts broken because we saw something that had been fundamentally what we had thought was a City Hall was always going to be thinking first and foremost for our communities. And we realized at that point, if we wanted to change back City Hall, we needed to make sure that our communities, a grassroots effort, a movement was going to win City Hall back. And there's no other position in City Hall that can have the greatest influence about shifting those politics back than the mayor's office of this city. All the things that we've won over the past years, landmark legislation like local hire, landmark legislation like healthcare security ordinance, landmark legislation like our minimum wage increases that we've had, legislation that supports tenants and tenant rights. All these were done at the Board of Supervisors, but now we need to make sure we have someone at City Hall who can make sure they're actually going to happen, because the politics have shifted on the board, and having someone at the helm of City Hall is going to make sure that we are enacting the people's plan for this city and county of San Francisco. As a community organizer, as someone who first and foremost works not for my own personal agenda, but the agenda of our communities, the agendas of immigrant rights, the agendas of tenant rights, the agendas of families who want to stay in San Francisco and want to improve our schools, the agenda of people who are looking for work, the agenda of small businesses. That's what we in this room represent, and that's what we're going to bring back to City Hall. We are truly the people's campaign. This is not about John Avalos' candidacy. This is about the candidacy of our movement, of the people of this city. And we need to win to make this happen. It's all of you making that commitment that's going to help change this city. This is a grassroots campaign. It's going to be people talking one-on-one with each other. You going out today to hit our goal of 1,000 signatures today is one day of this plan to win back this city. Are we going to do it today? 1,000 signatures today? And today is just the start of our Blitz. We have a 10-day Blitz to get to 10,000 signatures, and we have to make sure that we do it, and it's going to take all of us pulling together to make it happen. So we have, we're going to go out to do door knocking today. That's one way we're going to assure that we're going to have that close relationship with our fellow residents of San Francisco, and we're going to come back at the end of the day to bring in our certificates, our petitions, and make sure we get them logged in so we can get them in the Department of Elections. And what we have at the end of this day will mark how we're going to create that surge to get us to 10,000 signatures to make sure we get on the ballot and have a strong showing compared to all the other candidates who are running for mayor out here today. Thank you. In San Francisco, after I end, Nate and Lisbeth will be talking about the plan, how we're going to go out today. But before I end, I want to say that San Francisco is at the crossroads. We have in our hands the ability to take back this city, to move it from a politics where it is right now, a personal ambition, a politics that is obsequious to corporate interests, to a politics that's about people first. We have in our hands to make that happen. We can win back our beloved city, San Francisco. Our city. Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Whose city?
Our city.
Thank you very much, Nate and Lisbeth. Take it away.